I truly cannot say enough how much I hope that I'm horribly, horribly wrong. However, I'm going to go against the grain and say that I think NPC live streams are probably here to stay and may even become a fixture of internet culture. And again, I really hope that I'm wrong, but I'm going to break down why I think this phenomenon is here to stay. It's important for those of us sitting back and laughing at something that we are not partaking in to remember exactly how this new form of, how this form of media is being enjoyed by the people actually watching it. These NPC live streams in which a creator moves through a list of predetermined reactions to emojis and or messages sent to them by fans are meant to be enjoyed in really 10-second chunks, or at times 3 to 4 seconds. You and I can sit here for hours and laugh at the cringe of watching someone do a cowgirl impression for 2 hours straight, but again, that's not how people are actually interacting with the content. The people actually funding these live streams are spending hours upon hours themselves mindlessly scrolling through TikTok. And while doing so, they're thinking to themselves, ooh, I can make an arguably famous person do this. That's interesting. That's worth $1. Or they're just thirsty. You know, people are always thirsty. People will always be willing to exchange cash for getting a pretty guy or girl to do something, even if it's something completely inane. And here's something worth noting that I feel like has been bypassed by a lot of creators who've commented on this phenomenon. Much in the same way freemium games died but still dominate the market through their ability to sucker in a small group of whales willing to shell out thousands upon thousands of dollars for digital tokens, and the way that so many MMOs have died but then continued on through having a series, you know where I'm going with this. We should probably acknowledge that this is how live streaming works. All the way from educational live streams to the most, shall we say, risque. The idea is never to get 1,000 small donations. It's always getting that small group of whales and milking them for as much as possible. And it's also just worth noting that as far as current social media trends, or I should say current social media companies, they specifically prioritize more content over quality content. Whatever form that takes doesn't really matter to them. So if this is making a lot of money, they're very specifically going to make sure it keeps making money. The CCP has got to get funded somehow, and ultimately all it takes is a few lonely guys willing to shell out tons and tons of cash for Elf Simp Princess 05, or a few lonely girls, and a few lonely girls willing to throw their entire paycheck at pansexual vampire twink 05, and suddenly you have a recipe for making money. And any creator willing to sacrifice their dignity in order to make content for them can just, again, milk them for hours. So no, this trend is probably not going anywhere, at least in my humble opinion. And I could be wrong. I hope that I'm wrong. And that leads on to something else we should probably be talking about in terms of, you know, the kids and adults who are spending all the money because they think that this is what community looks like. I'm supposed to be holding a phone, but my phone is on the table and I don't want to actually have to grab it. For a lot of people, not just kids, this is what community looks like to them now. They have been so immersed in internet culture from the day they came out of the womb that to them, a string of catchphrases and memes vaguely associated with emojis, all being acted out by a content creator, a community leader, in theory, whose only job is to keep the catchphrases churning out like the sketchiest sausage you've ever eaten. That's where we are in terms of internet culture. And when you really stop to break down how sad that is, it's horrifying. It's horrifying. I do intend to talk more about this in a future video and about where content creation is right now, because it's a subject I just find fascinating personally. So subscribe if you see fit. I would hope to see you guys in the next video. I really hope you guys leave a comment below, even if it's negative. I really do want to hear what other people are thinking about this. And I'll see you guys in the next one.